The cameras had stopped rolling. The crew was waiting in silence. And according to those who were there, something unexpected had just happened on set, something that even decades later still lingers in the memory of one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Now, at 86 years old, Michael Caine is finally reflecting on a moment that few people outside the production ever fully understood. A moment that revealed just how unpredictable filmmaking can be, even for the most experienced stars in the industry. For generations of movie lovers, Michael Caine has represented the very definition of a classic Hollywood actor. With his unmistakable voice, calm confidence, and sharp wit, he built a career that stretched across more than 6 decades. But long before the awards, the iconic roles, and the global fame, his story began far from the glamour of film sets. Michael Caine was born Maurice Joseph Micklewhite in London in 1933. His early life looked nothing like the world he would eventually inhabit. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood during the difficult years surrounding World War II, Caine experienced hardship early on. His father worked as a fish market porter, and money was often scarce. Like many children in wartime Britain, he was evacuated from London during the bombings, an experience that left lasting memories. But even in those uncertain times, young Maurice developed a fascination with storytelling. Cinema offered him an escape from the struggles around him. Sitting in dark theaters, he watched actors command the screen and imagined what it might feel like to live inside those stories. The dream of acting slowly took hold. Breaking into the entertainment world, however, proved far from easy. In the early years of his career, Caine took small roles in theater and minor television appearances. Rejections were common, and success felt distant. Yet his persistence never faded. Everything changed in the mid-1960s when he landed a role that would transform his career. The film Zulu introduced audiences to his distinctive screen presence. But it was the stylish spy thriller The Ipcress File that truly made him a star. Suddenly, Michael Caine wasn't just another struggling actor, he was one of Britain's most exciting new talents. From there, his career accelerated. Films like Alfie and The Italian Job cemented his reputation as a charismatic leading man. Audiences admired his ability to combine charm, intelligence, and vulnerability in ways that felt refreshingly authentic. But as many actors eventually discover, success on screen doesn't always mean smooth sailing behind the scenes. Over the years, Caine worked with countless directors, writers, and fellow actors. Each production carried its own challenges. And according to people who worked alongside him, one particular moment during filming stood out as unusually tense. The details of that day have never been widely publicized, but insiders have occasionally hinted that a disagreement over how a scene should be performed created a sudden pause in production. Some crew members later recalled that emotions briefly ran high as creative visions collided. Situations like this are not uncommon in filmmaking, where passionate artists often hold strong opinions about how a moment should unfold. For Caine, who had already spent years mastering his craft, such moments were part of the unpredictable rhythm of filmmaking. Actors, directors, and writers all bring different interpretations to the same scene. Sometimes those differences lead to brilliant results. Other times, they require patience, compromise, and professionalism. Those who worked with Caine often describe him as remarkably calm under pressure. While the tension on set may have surprised younger crew members, veteran actors understood that creative conflict could sometimes be the very thing that pushed a project toward excellence. In fact, Caine himself has often reflected on the importance of collaboration in filmmaking. Over time, disagreements that once felt intense can transform into valuable lessons about creativity and respect. As the years passed, Michael Caine continued to reinvent himself with remarkable consistency. From powerful dramas to modern blockbusters like The Dark Knight, where he portrayed the beloved character Alfred Pennyworth, he remained relevant to new generations of moviegoers. By the time he reached his later years, Caine had become more than just a successful actor. He had become a symbol of endurance in an industry known for constant change. His career proved that longevity in Hollywood requires more than talent. It demands humility, resilience, and the ability to navigate both praise and pressure. Looking back now, the surprising moment on set feels less like a scandal and more like a reminder of something fundamental about filmmaking. Movies are created by passionate individuals who care deeply about their craft. Sometimes that passion leads to friction, but often it is precisely that intensity that gives great films their energy. And perhaps that's why Michael Caine speaks about his experiences with such perspective today. Time has a way of softening conflicts and revealing the bigger picture. Because in the end, the real story isn't about one tense moment on set. It's about the journey of an actor who rose from humble beginnings to become one of cinema's most enduring legends. And sometimes, the most surprising stories from Hollywood aren't about scandal at all. They're about the dedication it takes to create something unforgettable. If you enjoyed this documentary story about Michael Caine and the hidden moments behind the camera, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more cinematic Hollywood stories that reveal the untold side of entertainment history.